I've been keeping leafcutter ants for several months now, and I've learned so much from them already. Today, my mission is to share everything that I've learned with you all and give you some visual representations of what the inside of a leafcutter ant colony actually looks like. I keep my entire leafcutter ant colony on my lowermost ant shelf. It allows me to monitor them and feed them as need be without having to reach super high. I feed this leafcutter ant colony a variety of things, or at least I try to. Their most recent favorite thing that I found out that they like happens to be flax seeds. They are fairly small, very easy to carry, and once brought back inside the nest to be humidified are very easy to break open. The flax seeds are more reserved for as treats. I usually try to give them some dried rose petals or some fresh leaves from outside. They bring everything I feed them back into the nest and use it to feed their fungus garden. Depending on your knowledge of leafcutter ants, this may or may not confuse you at all. With that said, bear with me as I try to explain everything that I'm about to say. Okay, so leafcutter ants don't actually eat the leaves that they cut, collect, and bring back to the nest. Well, technically the workers do drink the sap from the leaves that is collected as they cut through it, but other than that, they don't really consume the leaves themselves. The leaves are collected to grow a crop, a fungus crop. This makes leafcutter ants farmers, and the leaves that they cut compost for the fungus itself. There's likely a better analogy out there, but that's the best I've got. They also feed the fungus their poop, so almost nothing goes to waste. But back to the leaf cutting action, let's take a look at how they actually do this stuff. Taking a look inside their outworld, which is where I put all their leaves, we can see that there's loads of ants actually cutting right now. They use their mandibles, or what some people might like to call their pinchers, to cut through the leaves. They're actually very sharp and are the perfect tool for doing this. Fun fact about this whole thing is that leafcutter ant mandibles will wear down over time. So by the time a leafcutter ant worker is old, its mandibles aren't as sharp and it takes a little bit longer for the leaf to be cut. But as soon as the leaf fragment is cut off the main stem, it's brought back to the nest. And this behavior is definitely one of my favorite to watch. Over the course of several minutes, the ants work hard to bring leaf fragments back to the nest. It's in here where not many people actually get to see what happens to these leaves. It's like a whole production line, and I can't wait to explain why. Alrighty, so when a leaf is cut and brought back to the nest, the first thing to do to it is to clean it. So the ants do some licking. Well, a lot of licking. The licking helps get rid of all these microbes and whatever other fancy words are used to describe little bad things. But during this process of licking, the ants actually also lick up some sap from the leaves. And after that, it's time to give it to some smaller workers who will chop it up into smaller pieces. After that, the leaves are sort of turned into a mulch and then fed to the fungus. This fascinating cycle repeats itself over and over again throughout the night, and by the time the sun rises the next morning, all that's left of the leaves are just some empty twigs. This outworld was once filled with a seemingly endless supply of leaves. The ants worked their magic and are now in the process of turning it all into fungus. With every day that goes by, both of the queens become increasingly harder to see. The fungus that they grow and live in helps them hide a lot more. It's truly amazing what these creatures are capable of doing, and I'm so happy to have been able to share this with you all. If you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, I kindly ask that you leave a like and subscribe, both of which are totally free and it helps me out a lot. You can also leave a comment asking any questions and I'll do my best to answer as many of them. That's pretty much it for now, so I'll see you all again in the next video.